Fucking hell.
He looks like Chucky.
Jesus Christ. He looks like Mick Hucknall if Mick Hucknall was a woman.
That's crazy.
Carrot Top made loads of money. He was doing like a Las Vegas residency. Even though it's shit, all he does is like get props out of a fucking... If you saw that at the Fringe, you'd think this is just some open mic nonsense. He gets props out of a box and he's all like, oh, this is...
Well, it can't be that shit, surely.
It's pretty... I've watched... I mean... Fair enough. That's that type of comedy. I'm sure it's
Pan
pretty
Man.
good for that kid. All right. Got me. Woo! Here we are. Welcome to the Three Speech Podcast. We're here as ever with me, Mr. Hate Crime, and to my right and to your left on the screen, we've got the Bajan sensation, Mr. NICO
Bird
YEARWOOD.
gang, we born to fly, baby.
Zip zap. And behind the desk, as ever, it's the producer extraordinaire, the Gorilla Vanilla, Mooch Michaels.
Mooch, how are you?
Mooch.
That was a weird intro.
Yeah.
Darius is good at the intros.
I was trying to be like Darius, but it doesn't work when I try to be like Darius.
He's good at the intros.
Yeah, he's
actually.
good at hyping a room.
Yeah.
You know who's good at hyping a room?
Who?
Guy, Jordan at Top Secret.
Jordan.
Yeah.
A comedian.
No, the guy who does the front desk. His intros are sick. He could be like the next Bruce
Buffer.
Bruce Buffer.
Who's Bruce Buffer?
And still,
Let's get ready to rumble.
Oh, right, yeah, that's
the boxing announcer guy.
yeah.
Yeah, or the UFC guy. He does UFC as well.
Right.
Jordan.
Did they say he's got two different ones, doesn't he? Though, like there's the UFC version and then there's the boxing one. Because there's Let's Get Ready to Rumble.
Is the boxing one.
What's the UFC one? What did they say there?
I can't remember.
Yeah.
But different sports have got different styles because you couldn't do that on tennis. Like you couldn't be the umpire and be like, let's get ready to rumble, and then it's like, you know, Martina Navratilova versus Serena Williams.
It could be a rumble.
But
Yeah.
nah, Jordan's intros are sick, man. Like he gets the crowd going. He's like, "Top Secret, are you ready?
Yeah.
Welcome to the stage."
It makes a big difference.
Yeah. Oh man, he's sick.
100%.
Yeah.
Who else do you have there? Who are like to do the intros? Let's rate them, rank them out.
Nah. I like all the staff there, but Jordan's intro is exceptional.
Yeah. Anyway, that's the intro. Let's get onto some juicy
Three Speech, are you ready?
juicy stuff. Three Speech, are you ready to see somebody fall off a bus shelter?
We're going straight in. We're not.
Can we watch the bus shelter one?
Of course we can.
I've only watched it
So
twice.
we just had Notting Hill Carnival yesterday,
Yeah.
but this was the day before. This was
So I don't know if this. I need to
Start it from the top. Yeah.
start it from the top.
Here we go. 2.6 million views. People like this. It's like, you know, in a game show. You know that game show where people just drop through the hole?
Yeah,
It's like
the £1 million
that.
drop.
This is
Yeah.
this is Squid Games. This is why? I mean, how could you think that was a good idea?
Yeah.
That is
Yeah, it's funny though.
Yeah, it's funny.
But to be honest, if I was at Carnival and if I had 4 or 5 gash bombs in me,
Yeah.
I'd be bang up there because you think it's kind of like used to that, but there was a lot of people
that's
on there.
Too many people, man.
Yeah,
Yeah.
That's
I think it's a good design of bus shelters that if you get lots of people on them, they collapse. That punishes the sort of people who
At first,
climb
there was
onto a bus
he
shelter.
didn't show the actual beginning of that because it was just one lady at first, and she was having a great time.
well, there's other people who are having.
And then people started climbing and climbing. And
There are
climbing.
other people who are having
Wow, at
great
first it was
times
just one
at
girl.
Carnival. Look at this.
There's somebody in a wheelchair.
Yeah,
That's great.
it's fun.
Yeah.
I used to go to Carnival all the time, man. And
Is it fun?
yeah, if you take MDMA, everything is fun. And we used to take lots of MDMA and just wander around, and it's great.
I went to a barbecue that was in Notting Hill when Carnival was on, and it was mad how many cans were on the ground. I drank a can of juice or something on the tube, and I was walking around, like on the way to the barbecue, I was looking for somewhere to put my can. I was like, man, I'm crunching over. This is like the Cambodian killing fields, but instead of skulls, they've got like cans of Red Stripe. I was like, I should just drop this in the ground. But there's something inside me I couldn't, even though it would have obviously been
was a
fine.
mess, yeah.
I couldn't drop it.
Yeah.
Couldn't force my arm to let go.
The thing is, the problem with Carnival is that it's a moving procession. So you're going to get a lot of, litter scattered everywhere. It's going to be harder to clean
Yeah.
up. You're walking past cars and stuff. So it can cause more damage. But it gets a bad rep because of the racial element as well. But if you put that in a field,
Yeah, it's the same as
if you put that in a field,
Yeah.
there's less damage to cars. There's less litter scattered everywhere.
I've
So
got
it
no
makes more
pro- I don't-
sense. You get what I'm saying?
I'd-
But people, yeah.
Are there other carnivals in London? Pride, I guess. There's Pride March.
yeah.
Are there other... The only other things I can think of that are comparable are like, when people were marching against lockdown.
Yeah. There's boat race, I suppose. That's kind of a thing all along the river, like a big thing. I don't know.
But
Yeah, but we're talking about a procession with trucks and music. And
Yeah, look,
people-
for the amount of litter and stuff, there's no way you're going to have enough bins and shit. So I kind of get it. You just the streets are going to get messy and then
Yeah.
they get cleaned up. I don't think that's a big issue. I think it's even easier doing it in the middle of London where we've got someone who can just come around and clean it up rather than doing it in the middle of a field or a park where it's just going to get fucked and,
why is it in Notting Hill?
Because that's where it used to, like, I think that was where the Caribbean community used to live.
Caribbean
Right.
community.
In Ladbroke Grove and all that.
My parents
This is
genuinely,
before it got super mega stupid, like
because it's posh.
yeah, super posh now.
Because like my parents had a end of terrace townhouse in Notting Hill. I'm not even joking, and they genuinely like sold it in the 70s for I think it was like £24,000 or something.
That was an error.
Yeah, yeah. Like that.
That used to be your opening joke, no?
No, it still is.
Yeah.
It still is. I don't like writing new jokes.
You still haven't gotten
It's,
over it.
nah, but like, man, that's like that house would have earned more than everybody in my family times 10. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's crazy.
We could have just
Do
not
do
worked.
they regret it?
Oh
Do they
yeah.
look back and
Oh
regret?
yeah, they bought a house in Dumfries that probably went down in value. You know what I mean?
You could have bought Dumfries for what it's worth.
Yeah. It's my joke.
Oh, is that?
That's his not obvious at all.
You know when you just telegraph it.
Oh man.
Well, has anyone been to any of the other carnivals, like Rio or anything like that?
No, too
I've been to
too noisy.
Barbados Carnival. We have a great carnival.
What's
Is it-
that like?
you just
It's
go
called
around
Crop Over. And it's the same thing, but better organized.
Oh,
So the one
shots
in-
fired.
The one in Barbados is better organised than the one in London.
Yeah.
The capital of like. The
And it's
UK.
bigger. It's a cultural thing. It's something
bigger?
that we always had. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's more people bigger.
Yeah.
And crop over, is it like related to farming or
And
something?
and everyone is in, because what it was a celebration of the cane crops had been chopped and
Right.
everything. So it's a celebration of having cut all the canes and whatnot, and
Yeah.
the slaves would
Just
have
the
a
sugar
party.
high.
Right.
So then it just carried on, and then they brought costumes into it, and yeah. So it's a big procession, and the bands are better organized.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's a. Great
Do you ever
thing.
get sugarcane and just drink the juice out of it?
Well, we would peel it and suck it.
Yeah, because my dad brought sugarcane. I don't know where he got it, but he brought sugarcane
That
home
what-
one time.
From his selling of the house in Notting Hill, he just bought a lot of sugar cane.
This is in Scotland. So I was born in Scotland, but he brought it. There must have been some supermarket in Dumfries that got like a shipment of sugarcane. They must have intercepted it on the way somewhere. But but yeah, we got sugarcane. It was cool. It was like big bamboo, but you could there's all this sweet juice.
Yeah, sometimes at school, people will leave school and go in the cane field and break cane and peel it and suck it.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's great. It's delicious.
Delicious. It's the original Mars bar.
it's like scrumping for apples, but with sugarcane.
Sugar back in the day was a luxury good, though.
Yeah, there was wars over that shit.
Yeah. Well, yeah, it wasn't until the sort of Caribbean cane sugar that lots of sugar became available in the UK and it was still like a luxury thing. So the first and
all the rich people will have sugar. People will have like literally like jars of sugar, and
now
that would
Yeah.
be worth a lot of money.
and that was like a status symbol.
Yeah.
Sugar, spice, things like that. Gold. They were comparable to gold.
Women wanted men with diabetes.
Yeah, yeah.
I was
Seriously.
born in the wrong
Yeah,
era.
and like then you started getting for the first time, and like there was mass dental problems
Yeah.
with people because all of a sudden they were getting all this sugar in their diet.
Was there no dental problems before? I imagine.
Yeah, well, but I mean, obviously, sugar sort of exacerbates it a lot.
The problem.
And then the first transplants, the first ever human transplants, were people trying to transplant teeth. Because if you put someone else's tooth
Yeah, rotten out. the
in
breast.
your in where you've had your tooth pulled out, that tooth will live for a bit before like your body rejects it because it's foreign protein or whatever. So people would go down to the poorhouse, like dentists or whatever, would go down to the poorhouse and pay some tramp like a few shillings for his tooth. And like some rich guy, because he'd been eating sugar, like his tooth had rotten and been pulled out, so they'd stick the tramp's tooth in the rich guy's mouth, and he'd have a tooth for like a few weeks, but then it would always like get rejected by the body or whatever and just die. But because it was like from some tramp in the poorhouse, it would quite often have like all these like blood-borne diseases, and then sticking the tooth in the rich guy's mouth meant the rich guy would get like typhus and syphilis and all this bullshit. So it turned out to be it was the equivalent of the Pfizer vaccine in the
There we go.
1600s. Demonetized.
No, I think there's some changes that got made, so now you can say that the vaccine doesn't always protect against COVID or something like that.
Right. I like it. I like how you're wording that so carefully.
Well, I'm not sure exactly what it was. I just saw something, so I don't want to spout fake news.
Yeah, I think I saw something like that, but yeah, we don't know how far it reaches or what it covers. But back in the day, it was madness with medical procedures because like barbers used to be surgeons. And that was only because they had sharp tools. It's crazy.
Fucking hell.
Yeah. Like, this
Fucking
guy's
hell.
got scissors. Let's go to him and like randomly do surgery, and it was crazy.
Yeah. Like, you get your wound. It'd be all like sewn up, but there'd be bits of hair sticking out of it.
Yeah.
Like somebody drop a heart and it would roll across the floor and come up looking like a fucking guinea pig.
And the thing was also the barber sign apparently would be bandages that they put blood bandages that they put around that white thing to let them know.
I
that,
always
hey,
wondered why it was white.
Yeah, white and red.
Fucking hell.
To let them know, like, hey, you can come here.
Yeah. It's one that's all red. You probably want to avoid that one.
Yeah, need a limb removed.
I was up in Edinburgh and we did a little bus tour, and there was like a thing where they were talking about the grave robbers as well. Like back in the day, that's how they used to sort of learn about the human anatomy. Like they would have to have bodies donated, but people wouldn't donate them all the time, so people would just go and rob graves for it, and it was quite a lucrative sort of industry.
Yeah, and then they'd like practice the surgery on the cadavers and stuff. Now you can donate your body to medical science. Also, there's like medieval battles that they know that like tens of thousands of people died or whatever, but they can't find the bodies. And what it is grave robbers would go and steal the bodies, but all the bodies, and get their bones for use as fertilizer. So apparently human bones. This is why in Ukraine there's that saying, our corn grows so strong because it's fertilized with the bones of everybody who tries to invade our land.
That's a lovely saying. Let's get some more of that Ukrainian wheat.
But yeah, so Flanders or whatever. I don't know, Waterloo. I don't know. I'm making these ones up. But medieval battles, Borodino. Medieval battles. They'd get all the bones and I think you bake them and then grind them up, and it's bone meal fertilizer.
So this is
marrow.
This is what have we got there? Don't want to have that up. This is something I saw the other day. Like we had a Ukrainian comic on, and
does she show her tits?
Yeah. So basically, you can donate money.
How much do you have to donate?
I don't know, but basically, it's OnlyFans, but to support Ukrainian troops.
Oh,
so you send some money.
I don't want that guy to show us his tits.
We don't have to.
Is that Andrew Tate?
Yeah, it looks like Andrew Tate. He's about to criticize. He's going to say how Ukraine should have dealt with Russia.
Oh wow.
Ukraine had a
Should we
big.
donate to?
Well, how much have you got to donate?
I don't care.
Yeah, donate. Let's just see. Donate for Donetsk.
Donate for Donetsk. Yeah, so like it's mad that they've got like a
so I send money, and who's gonna show me their tips?
I think you can choose.
I get to choose.
I hope so. Otherwise, it's kind of. I would be supporting Russia if I got like this dude's one. Oop.
I'm not sure I want to see Mooch's tits. I'm not ready for that jelly.
Yeah, I don't think you're ready for that jelly. But yeah, no, it's quite interesting. What countries do you think would do
I like
well?
it says interesting.
Yeah.
Looking at tits is interesting.
Well, yeah, I want to go to Nude Warrior.
Well, Ukrainian women are quite fit.
Yeah,
Eastern European women are quite fit.
If Samoa had a like something like this, Samoa's at war. Do you think? Actually, Samoa, I don't think they'd need. They're quite tough cunts, aren't they? So
yeah,
I don't want to shit on them.
I don't want to have a Freddie Quinn moment here. I'm just gonna back out of this one and say all women are beautiful.
Yeah.
Oh jeez.
Oh wow, that's funny.
Oh yeah, so Freddie Quinn is. What were we talking about on the podcast?
I don't think
before?
we talked about it.
So Freddie Quinn basically went on another podcast, and he said he liked Muslim. He was sexually attracted to Muslim women. He liked having sex with them. Because he just liked the idea of him having sex with them bringing shame on their family. I like when he says it, it's funny, all right?
No, it is funny.
It is funny. It's definitely funny.
Yeah, it's funny, but like,
funny bit,
it's kind of...
It's also, okay, you now have a fatwa on you, Freddie.
He's going to make the obvious joke.
About fat. Freddie's a bit... Freddie drives a Mercedes. I shouldn't be doxing his car, but I was talking to him, was it yesterday or 2 days ago? And he's got a nice car.
Nice.
Yeah.
What's the number plate?
He works at Cricklewood B&Q.
I was just gonna say.
Oh yeah, no, he was on GMTV today as well, isn't he?
Right.
For something. Is he becoming a new television darling?
He got hundreds of death threats for that joke. It's it's nuts. He seems completely unbothered by it as well.
Well,
whereas you were scared.
Yeah.
yeah. Because
Leo wanted to back out of the podcast.
I was wearing like fake glasses with a moustache and stuff.
You look like Darius.
Yeah. Salt Bay.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, like the thing is, like, all you need is one crazy guy.
Yeah, I mean,
one crazy guy, an entire religion.
Yeah,
organized.
One of them to sort of
Yeah. No, like the guy was trying to blow up Liverpool maternity hospital. You know what I mean? These aren't reasonable people.
Freddie Quinn?
No, this other guy. It's like,
I am a big fan of Islam though.
Why?
And I honestly
you were going to convert.
Yeah, I'm thinking about converting eventually one day. When I get my life in order.
Why?
I just like the discipline of it.
What do you mean discipline?
Of Islam.
Yeah, but what is the discipline?
They're not eating meat. They're having structure in your life.
Well, you can just have structure in your life.
I can't.
Well, how do you think Islam's going to do it? How's Islam going to do it for you?
Because you got other people.
Listen, if you want to wear a dress, just wear a dress.
You know what I mean? You got other people
to
pray with and to...
Why don't you become a Mormon? Why's it good to be Islam?
I like Islam. It's cool. I like Islam.
What is it about it?
I like the discipline and the structure of it.
Why don't you just do karate?
Yeah, why don't you just do karate?
I already do karate.
Okay, how's that working out with?
Yeah, it hasn't given me the discipline I need.
What do you think? What's different about Islam that's going to give you discipline?
You just want another wife.
You'll just be a lazy Muslim.
No,
you'll be a lazy. I mean, at least you won't be blowing anything up. You'll be too fucking lazy. You'll miss the train. You'll miss the train to blow the train up.
The praying 5 times a day.
Fucking hell, you can't even do this podcast once a week.
Like, you'll be like, oh,
but that's the whole point.
Sorry, Allah, I've got to drop the kids off, so I have to do it later.
That's the whole point. It will get me into provide a structure for me to become disciplined. No, I like it, man.
Yeah, or have you considered becoming a U.S. Marine?
No,
that would also provide discipline.
That's too physically demanding.
Oh, so you want something that's just the right. But like I know loads of Muslims, and they're not like everybody just picks and chooses what they like about the
that's
religion.
All religions.
They don't know. Like I don't know any Muslim who prays whatever it is 5 times a day or whatever.
I mean, there's different degrees.
I
of
would
it. Sometimes some Muslims they have to wear leather socks and shit like that.
I bet it's Darius.
They're not allowed to wear gold.
He's wearing
there's lots
knee-highs.
of different interpretations of the Quran.
Shout out to all the Muslim listeners.
Well, most
Yeah.
of them.
Yeah, shout out to most of them.
Most of them.
Most of the Muslim
Most of them.
listeners.
Shout out to most of the listeners. Do we have many Muslim listeners? Do you reckon?
Some.
Yeah,
Some.
we got Lewis.
Lewis?
Yep. Darius calls him Louis, but
Louis.
yeah, we got him.
Louis.
What else we got in the group?
We got so Abercrombie and Fitch had this advert or whatever, and it's this fucking lassie. Oh man, bring it up. We're talking about sugar and the effects of sugar.
We were talking about pork. And the aversion I have to pork.
So on the right. So So I mean, would you, as a Muslim?
Well, look, I think
wives?
this is a smart move.
Would I have more wives?
Yeah, would you have more wives?
Yeah.
And your head wife takes care of the other wives.
I'm not sure my head wife would agree with that. I have discussed this with her before, actually, about the possibility of having more wives.
Right. What did
She
she
said
say?
she'd leave me if I if I were to marry others.
So this is the Abercrombie and Fitch model.
Yeah. This is Abercrombie and Fitch advertising the strength of their buttons.
I think this is quite clever because if you look at the advert on the right, they've had to employ 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 models, and now they've combined that into one.
Yeah.
And she's great. This doesn't even look like it's been this looks like it's been taken on an iPhone.
Yeah. And also, man, all right, you can have plus size or whatever, but Jesus fucking Christ, come on. She looks like she should be wrestling in the 1980s. It's just insane. And
She's quite pretty though.
Sort of pretty, but she's got this massive gunt.
Yeah.
Like an arse on the front of her. It looks like she could sit down looking at you.
Yeah. But look.
So I had posted this on my Instagram, and there was some pushback from a few ladies. But my thing to them was I was not criticizing her body shape or size. I do like big women. But I was saying the principles behind it is that you should not be showing that as a healthy example. You should not be showing that as something to aspire to.
Yeah, and Abercrombie and Fitch, they're one of the most aspirational, fashion labels, traditional. They even employ models in their shop. To work in their shop, you got to be a model.
Yeah.
And now they're just let's have a fucking goblin.
It's
You know what I
interesting
mean?
with the fashion industry. It's gone from literally the pendulum from one side, super anorexic, super thin, unhealthy. Now it's completely the other side, where it's just complete. It's bigger, bigger.
But I don't know if anorexic is that unhealthy. Every time I talk to a girl, she's like, "Oh, I used to have an eating disorder and I was so unhealthy." And they show you a picture, and you're like, "Yeah, I'd fucking smash that. You look brilliant." You know what I mean?
Yeah, listen. We all agree.
Here's the thing. Here's the thing. It's any extreme is never good. Too skinny is never good. Too fat isn't too good. Somewhere in the middle is where you probably should be. But and that goes for everything.
Towards the skinny
spectrums
side.
Towards
the skinny side. Political spectrums on the right is the best.
The center is normally the where the truth lies.
We're the worst of both worlds.
But no, but to deny that size could lead to health issues is crazy.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? So we should celebrate people working towards getting better or slimmer or whatnot. But to celebrate that size for just celebrating it doesn't make sense.
I think it's a fine line. So you've got to have inclusion to a certain degree, but I don't want all the models to look like that.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Or any of them. Any of them to look like that. A few years ago, there was this it seemed like the female beauty ideal had gone to, instead of being skinny, it was strong. So you got all these girls with total
like fitness
hot
models.
Like fitness models. I mean, that was really hot. They were much hotter than the skinny anorexic catwalk girls, and definitely hotter than the big fat ones. Now it seems to be they're going for ugliness. They're going for actual fucking goblin ugliness. You know what I mean?
She wasn't, as Mooch said, face-wise, she's not ugly.
But some of the other ones are just
she's got a
fucking
pretty
bog
face.
monsters. You know what I mean?
But
it's an interesting sort of like it's obviously works. Do you know what I mean? Because I don't think these companies would be doing it.
Do you think they do it to
no,
get the outrage?
I don't think it works.
But
A lot of these things are just plain. You know, look at me, virtue signaling. A lot of it is that.
I think it does work.
The
because
pendulum will swing back, and you will go back to.
And you're seeing it with
happen.
We've seen it with a lot of things like Netflix. You know, they're like, oh, we're going to make all this woke stuff to make the world a better place. And everyone's like, I don't want to fucking lecture that. Same with this stuff.
You will get pushed back. This is a fad.
I've stopped buying Abercrombie and Fitch.
No, but I think it does work because like and this may be a bit controversial, but females, when they see that, they're more inclined to
eat some Ben and Jerry's.
No, be sympathetic to that brand. But you don't see it with guys. You don't see guys with really big fat models.
Giacomo's been doing it for years.
But like,
it's a fad.
Get your fat guy trousers here.
5-6 years from now, you will not see that.
Yeah,
you will not see that.
There
will be a pushback. There will be a pushback against all of this.
What you will see 5 years from now is closing down sale above Abercrombie and Fitch because it's ruined it as an aspirational brand. It's like Victoria's Secret. Victoria's Secret is tanking now after they did. You know, they had all the fat lingerie.
Here's the thing. You can't be like, oh, you want to protect the environment, and then be pro that much body positivity.
Yeah.
Because you are then using up more resources to make their clothes.
And also,
you are cutting down more forests, more cotton fields, more whatever to make
more oil,
more destruction,
more
to make
oil
those
to
clothes.
transport that person anywhere. Yeah. Like if you think a car, like to accelerate to 60 miles an hour, you're going to need a lot more energy,
more megapixels to take her picture. And it's going to take up more of everything. More resources.
These are all valid points.
Yeah, she's going to breathe out more carbon dioxide. She's going to do nastier, bigger farts. That's methane. That's a greenhouse gas.
Yeah, but also that having someone that big, like let's say a young, because we all know younger people are easily influenced. Someone says, I want to be a model. That now becomes an option for them.
Yeah.
And then that's more strain on the NHS. So we got to be realistic about like diversity and all these different things. You don't just have diversity for diversity's sake.
Yeah.
What will that do to the NHS when everyone's like, oh shit, I don't have no talent, but I can eat and I can get big to get myself on.
I feel like there's an attack on me now.
On a billboard or something. We gotta be realistic, and being that size does come with health consequences.
Yeah.
Whether it be your joints, your heart, whatever. And yes, you can have big people that are healthy.
Yeah.
And you can have skinny people that are unhealthy. So somewhere in the middle, just, be wary of that.
I blame men, especially drunk men, because they will literally, they'll get so desperate they'll fuck anything. They will literally fuck like
yeah, but I don't think
tree
that's just drunk men.
or a cat.
So yeah, this is men's fault.
This is men's fault. If men fucking had standards, and held themselves to those standards, you wouldn't get this degeneracy amongst women.
Degeneracy. We don't want it. Eat the book.
I don't know, but there's something to be enjoyed about the larger body, though. I will say that there is something like when you thrust and you see all of it rippling.
Yeah,
you feel like you're doing damage.
Yeah, no, it's not. not when it's you rippling.
But not like if you're hitting it from the back and you're seeing the rolls go up the side.
I am the god of the ocean. I am Neptune.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Feel like little hamsters surfing up her back on the waves.
Oh yeah, and then you can put the dick anywhere. And as Chris Ross said, there's a crease everywhere. You can put the dick in her kneecap.
Oh, is that a niche of porn? Do you think?
Everything's a niche.
Fucking.
Yeah.
No, but there's that thing where you pay big women to sit on you and suffocate you.
Yeah.
What's that called?
There's the Amazonian thing. Even with like women, you get like big muscly women and also fat women and stuff. But and there's fat girls and feeders. So guys, they're always little skinny guys, and they'll feed.
But that's what I like sometimes. I'm a skinny guy. I like big women suffocating me sometimes. I feel like being trapped sometimes. You know what I mean? I like that.
Yeah. Well, apparently, it's the reason all these like high-powered people, like judges and CEOs, they want a dominatrix who like dominates them, like hurts them, and all the rest of it.
It's like that Jimmy Bird joke with Big Linda.
Big Linda. She had a tattoo signed Big Linda. But yeah,
he slept with Big Linda and his arm was trapped under her. He felt like he was in that movie 127 hours. Oh shit! But nah, some men do love that. The fact of like some women like a bigger man, so they feel dominated.
Yeah,
and the reverse is true as
and
well.
the reason all these CEOs and stuff like being dominated or whatever, you get it with women as well. Like powerful women like usually like being submissive in the bedroom.
Yeah.
And it's because, if you've got power in every aspect of your life, you've got to be so in control in so many aspects of your life. You want that time where you can just like switch that off and reverse it.
Yeah.
It's a release, I guess.
Yeah. There's this Drew Barrymore thing. That was
Oh,
do you see this?
yeah, make it big.
Oh.
That's what she said.
This is Drew Barrymore, who's in E.T. I can't believe I saw E.T. when I was a fucking kid. How come Drew Barrymore's like old now? And I'm still 27. The fuck? But yeah, this is Drew Barrymore in the rain, just having a nice time.
She's leaving my house.
You can already tell this person is not happy.
Yeah.
You and I both know that you are capable of enjoying the rain and frolicking freely without filming it and then posting it to TikTok. Now, you've just co-signed, okay? You've just co-signed at least 3 million, 8.5 by 11 front and back, people who just go out of their way to disrespect and dismiss the boundaries that Black creators have set. And now you're one of those people. So, I guess my question would be, why? Why is it so important to all of you to treat us like we don't matter?
Wait, what? So what is she talking about? What the?
And here we are for Black Correspondent.
What are your views? Answer for this, please.
That to me, that's just pure insanity, mate. Pure insanity. This is wokeness, identity politics, race theory gone mad.
I still don't really understand what the problem is.
Yeah, like
apparently
Black creators in the rain.
Apparently, there's Black creators on TikTok created a trend of enjoying the rain. I think is her claim. So seeing a white person doing that.
Was this in like Sahara Africa? Or
I don't know, but.
yeah,
This is what happens when society has made too much progress and people got too much free time on their hands.
they can't claim. They can't claim the rain. Like if any country can claim the rain, it's fucking Scotland.
Manchester.
Yeah, Manchester, Scotland, places like that. So much rain. We don't enjoy it so much, but
they got too much time on their hands. And they're inventing their own problems and struggles.
Oh, 100%.
yeah,
Who's this person though?
I don't know.
Some TikTok creator, I guess.
Some TikTok creator. She did a follow-up thing about trying
And
to
she
justify.
doubled down. She doubled
Yeah.
down.
Oh, they always double. They never like, oh yeah, you know what? I'm mental. You're right. I am mental. They're always like, no, what you don't understand. Blah 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 blah.
Yeah, it's mad. It's mad that everything is a race issue. It seems these days.
Yeah, people are looking for man. You know what? Where I saw it. With the Edinburgh Fringe, so with the nominations, because I think there was only one show nominated for Best Show by a Black comedian.
Emmanuel Sonobi was a newcomer, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was nominated for newcomer. I don't think he won. But
So
yeah,
was Vittorio.
Vittorio won.
No, Vittorio was nominated.
Oh, Vittorio was nominated.
Yeah.
I still think he was better when he was editing our videos.
Yeah.
That was his best work.
He peaked.
Yeah.
He peaked at free speech. He's gonna regret this.
yeah. He's probably in a hotel room right now, just ruining, like leaving free speech, stopping editing our videos. But we got a better editor now, and this means that Sam, our editor now, is probably going to go on and win an Oscar
And get a Lambo eventually.
Yeah, this is springboard we provide for young creatives. But yeah, this so like Saima, the last who called me racist.
She's blocked me for some reason.
Saima Ferdi, yeah, because you do this podcast with me. She's probably blocked Nico as well.
Does she listen to the podcast?
She's an absolute fucking toxic cunt. But anyway, she's constantly finding stuff to moan about. Along with there's a bunch of them. Even like, man, there's people there's comedians moaning about being held back for their colour that have done got way more chances than.
So what happened? What kicked off?
Anyway, so Saima was tweeting saying, "Oh my god, everything's so fucking white." Blah blah blah. Where is it? It's in my Allah Akbar group. Where is it?
How do you spell it? Maybe do you reckon she follows through speech?
Here we go. So this is Saima Ferdows. It's pretty incredible how Edinburgh Fringe inspires me to quit comedy every year. Truly remarkable. The inequalities and lack of accessibility in terms of race, disability and class this year has been wild. Truly well done, Ed Fringe Comedy Awards. All the venues and reviewers. Clap emoji, clap emoji. Special shout out to Gilded Balloon for booking a transphobic show and to then book it at the same venue and time as a trans women's show. Truly remarkable, the lack of care shown. Oh, fuck off, you fucking twat. Jesus Christ. Like, you're supposed to... She works in comedy. She's like a producer. She produced this shit show on Netflix called Sex Unzipped. That was so shit, even The Guardian couldn't give it any stars. And it was basically sort of baiting, using Muppets to bait children into finding out about sex and stuff. So it's basically pro-pedophile. And... yeah, like all the stuff she bangs on about. Man, there's as if comedy's like the sort of most the most sort of doesn't allow minorities and different people in. Like, comedy is like where people like that thrive. Yeah, you need to be.
I'm going to see two goats next week.
Yeah, there's even a clip. I saw the Chortlefast Fringe, and there's a trans comedian, and so they'll have a few comedians on the show. So a trans comedian comes on, and she has to acknowledge that there's already been another trans comedian on the show. It's like, if you're so held back, how come you're on? There's more than one of you on that show. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Did you see the image of...
Did Charlie get in touch with you?
Charlie who?
How come? Because Chappelle and Chris are doing a show together.
Do you want to get in touch with him?
The guy that normally he gives us tickets.
I know.
This is
I'd like
Chappelle
tickets to that
actually
as well.
had a goat on stage. Did you see this?
Yeah.
Some American show. They actually brought an actual goat on stage, which is incredibly cruel.
Nice.
Mm-hmm. That goat would get cooked back.
Yeah, it's tasty.
Yeah, Chris Rock, Dave Chappelle, that should be a great show, man.
Yeah. Is that the Apollo?
Is it the Apollo?
Is it Apollo? I don't know.
I can't remember.
But you know who's doing the Apollo? Jerry Sadowitz.
Is he?
After they tried to cancel him.
Oh, they meant live at the Apollo.
No, it's not doing. Oh man, that'd be one people would tune in to see. Yeah. And now you get all the comedians being like, "Oh, is there anywhere? Has anybody got anywhere I can do 20 minutes on October the 30th or whatever, the day before Live at the Apollo gets filmed or whatever?" And it's like, yeah, all right, you can just tell us you're doing Live at the Apollo. You don't need to try and signpost it like that. Try and subtly brag about it.
A humble brag is always
humble
good.
Brag.
So who's doing it?
Me, Nico. Oh, Libs of TikTok.
It's gone.
Man, Libs of TikTok finally got fucking banned off Twitter. I can't fucking believe this. Babylon Bees got taken off Twitter for being like the best satire in the fucking internet. And now Libs of TikTok, you know what they got taken down for? So they were reporting on like children's hospitals doing gender transition surgery on children. In fact, we've got a clip of them phoning. We've got a clip of them No, so the last tweet was like 3 days ago. So they got banned like 3 days ago. But if you
so they've been suspended.
Yeah, so if you go on the in the WhatsApp group and click on that link, then it'll open up the thing with the conversation with the hospital. Basically, Libs of TikTok have been reporting on children's hospitals doing like really hardcore gender transition surgery, like hysterectomies and stuff like that. And the children's hospitals have acknowledged it. Just pause this now and we'll listen to it in a sec. And the children's hospitals have acknowledged it, and so they're telling the truth, and Libs of TikTok still get banned. You know what I mean? And it's like, how can you be banned for telling the truth? But apparently there's been, hospitals are saying, oh, but you know, all these like right-wing people are sending us abuse and all the rest of it. It's like, yeah, because you're doing fucking hysterectomies on children.
Yeah.
Like, don't do fucking hysterectomies on children. Obviously people are going to be a little bit, it's like female genital mutilation. It's like, all right, you know, you've got this new ideology that says that you can do this, you know, pretty extreme surgery on children, but it doesn't mean you should be fucking destroying children's lives. All right, for maybe like a few of the children, it's going to be the right thing that makes them happy and stuff. Man, I don't think hysterectomy is the right fucking treatment for children feeling confused about their gender in most cases. I think in most cases, the right treatment is being like, okay, that's nice, dear, and just waiting and just letting them have a bit of gender confusion.
Bullying
works. Honestly, bullying works. And we've eliminated bullying from our society at our own
Not really.
detriment. Yeah, bullying's just changed. It's now just done by woke people.
Yeah, it's done online.
But this is...
Thank you for calling National Hospital. Your call may be recorded for quality assurance.
I was calling for information about gender-affirming hysterectomies.
Okay, you said gender-affirming hysterectomy.
I've been in touch with quite a few hospitals, and a lot of them, well, they said they won't do it for my 16-year-old, and then I was told that this hospital might, and I also saw it on your website.
Is this just a barber?
Yeah, he started off doing like gender-neutral haircuts, and it spiraled.
So if you guys do it for a 16-year-old, I would be happy for to come for a consultation or whatever it takes.
Let me get you over to the operator, and I hate to transfer you.
I just want to know if you guys do service that age, before coming all the way for an in-person consult and going through all the paperwork and everything.
Yeah, it depends. Like, each department is different. Some departments cut off at 18. How old is your patient?
16.
Okay, all right, so they're in the clear. I'll email Dr. Call and see what we can do. In the meantime, if you still want me to transfer you, I can still transfer you to surgery.
Hi, I was calling because I'm looking for information about the gender-affirming hysterectomies that you guys offer. Am I in the right place?
Okay.
This is incredibly boring.
Yeah.
No, it's not. This is interesting.
This is the clinic. Did you want to make an appointment?
This is
So, I
a
was just
hospital
wondering,
admitting. There's a hospital admitting that they do.
I've contacted quite a few hospitals already. It seems like it's difficult to find one that does the operation for my 16-year-old, and I was told that you guys do that. So if you do it for 16-year-olds, then yes, I'd love to schedule an appointment, a consultation, whatever you need.
If you don't mind me asking, what is your child gender changing to, so I can point you to the right direction?
Yeah, well, he transitioned to male. He already had the top surgery, and now we're looking for the hysterectomy.
Okay, beautiful. So I'm going to transfer you to the GYN nurse line. One of the nurses will give you a call to give you more information and to let you know the steps and the protocol that they do for that, okay?
Okay. So they do. So they would do it for that age.
Yes.
Fuck.
Okay, great. Is it a common procedure that you guys do for that age?
Yes. We have all different type of age groups that comes in for that.
For the hysterectomy?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Just out of curiosity, do you know, like, what's the youngest age you would do it on?
I'm not sure, but I have seen younger kids, and I'm not, beat a hip. I'm not allowed to say that, but I have seen younger kids, like, younger than your child's age.
So younger than 16.
Gender-affirming hysterectomy surgery?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
It sounds like a child on the phone as well.
But man, that's fucked up. So that hospital was denying that they offered hysterectomies on anybody under the age of 18, but they clearly, several people confirmed that they do it on younger than 16-year-olds. So they're lying. We saw the Tavistock clinic in London was shut down, and there's a lawsuit coming with over 1,000 families of damaged kids. And man, this scandal.
It's crazy. I just put a link in the group. Mooch, pull that up. About that child, the transgender child, who is now one of the most wanted models or some shit.
Oh, is this Noella?
Yeah.
And it's interesting. Like, so people are like, the child transitioned. The child transitioned, and we're just affirming its gender. Wait till you see Noella's parents. Have they got pictures of Noella's parents in this? Because that's Noella, like child model, like 10 years old.
Read out the heading, Mooch. Read out the heading.
Meet the world's youngest transgender model, born to a mother who is now male. Noella became a girl aged 4 and is now tipped to make millions of dollars on the catwalk. But her biological father, who raised questions, has been airbrushed from her life.
Yeah.
And the mother is now with someone. They're both changed.
Yeah, the parents are trans. There they are. It's like, I wonder where she got the idea from. Yeah. I wonder where this transgender child got the idea for transitioning.
How old is Noella?
10. She's 10 now, but transitioned at 4 or something.
At 4?
At 4, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
That seems...
And is making millions apparently on the catwalk.
Well, you know what?
Good business decision.
Happy days.
You considered convincing any of your kids to transition to make money?
I think
would you do that, Mooch?
For millions?
Yeah.
I'd transition your kids.
No, I mean your kids.
Mate, look, it's not millions, it's what your kid feels. And if your kid honestly feels like that, then,
No, but would you
let's make some money.
Would you let your kid transition from 4, 5, 6?
No.
You bigot.
No.
You bigot.
Yeah.
Why aren't you letting your child live its
From
life?
4, 5, 6, I think it's too young, personally.
Yeah, it is. Because, you know what, kids fucking
unless
say all
it's a
kinds
girl.
of stuff.
Because I wouldn't mind a second son. Obviously, I mean, it's a tough one. You know your kid. Do you know what I mean? So
they're not saying that though. These people are saying that only your kid knows themselves.
Yeah. But it's probably
and giving too much power to the kid.
But man, children have got malleable minds and stuff, and it's like if you're introducing these ideas in a kid's heads, they're going to be. I mean, man, that kid's got fucking his mum's transgender. Obviously the mum's been like, do you feel different? Maybe you're blah blah blah. And then before you know it, the fucking kid's getting a whatever.
We plant all of these crazy ideas in our kids' heads,
and it's like you know what it reminds me of. You know how like you obviously get people from different religions like Christian, Muslim, whatever. Usually, a Jewish kid will have Jewish parents, or maybe Jew's a bad example because that's sort of like a race as well as a religion. But a Muslim
Christian kid,
Muslim parents, Christian kid, Christian parents. Transgender kid, transgender parents. You know what I mean? It's all...
Even with sports. Your dad plays football, you're more likely to play football.
Yeah, you support Manchester United. Yeah. Unfortunately, you support Manchester United.
Yeah, I mean, it's... you do kind of live your life a bit through your kid, whether you like it or not. That you do put on to your kid what your interests
your
are.
Beliefs, your values, stuff like that.
You want to sort of make that impression.
Transitions.
Yeah. Living vicariously through your kids, whether it be through football or hysterectomies.
Yeah. And kids, I mean, I think kids have got their own personalities and stuff. And, man, just let, kids say all kinds of shit. And obviously, the whole of your life is confusing. And, being a man doesn't mean, it's so fucking stupid. Obviously, David Bowie... If David Bowie was around now, people would be, oh my God, you've got to transition because look, you're wearing makeup and, you're wearing glittery clothes.
Yeah, all them guys, Michael Jackson, Prince, all of them would have to transition.
Motley Crue. Yeah. There wouldn't be a single man doing heavy metal left.
Yeah.
Everybody would be transitioned.
All them rockers with eyeliner and shit.
Yeah. Man, I saw Iron Maiden left for a while, but it must be like 10 years ago. I saw them at this festival in Budapest. And they're all like fat, like spandex, long hair and stuff. But there was the bass player or somebody had his foot up in the fucking the speaker and wearing spandex, sparkly spandex trousers with a big fucking gut hanging over them.
It's just me at a festival.
Yeah, it's me now. Actually, I probably shouldn't laugh.
Well, look, I mean, we all get fat. It's growing old gracefully.
Yeah.
And it's a bit weird how people. I don't know. I think it looks better to be kind of to be naturally old rather than this kind of like fake. Do you know what I mean?
I want to look fake old.
You want to look fake.
Yeah.
You want to get like lip fillers and facelifts are the one that fuck you, man. I've never really seen them go well.
Yeah, the problem is that the people, they get a younger face or a face that isn't moving, but then you can see the neck sagging.
Yeah, they got that turkey neck.
Or you look at their elbows. So there's certain places that you can't really rejuvenate or make look younger. That's the problem.
It's kind of like, it's just, you go too young.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
But it's like that Bill Burr joke. Do you want to look like an 85-year-old who's 85, or do you want to look like an 85-year-old who looks like a fucking lizard? You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
that's the option.
Donatella Versace.
Yeah,
fucking hell.
that was.
Jesus. She looks like some sort of baddie out of a science fiction
She looks
film.
like a Burns victim.
Yeah. Jesus. You know who she looks like? F. Murray Abraham. From
Who's that?
F. Murray Abraham.
Who's that random?
Carrot Top is madness.
F. Murray Abraham's an Oscar. He was in Amadeus. He played
Sorry,
Sally.
is that
Salieri.
Carrot Top there?
Carrot Top is insane, mate.
No.
Get a
Carrot
picture.
Top. Pull up Carrot
yeah,
Top
Carrot
before
Top
and
and
after.
crazy. Like he did steroids and everything. Get a picture of F. Murray Abraham up and see if it looks like Donatella Versace.
F. Murray
Abraham. Famous guy. Oscar winner. Great actor. Amadeus. Amazing film. Yeah. He looks like Donatella Versace. Well, it was worth it.
No. Before and after.
And you see, like with men, actually, I might go back to Turkey, get my hair transplant done again. Because the thing is, you're
Oh,
supposed
that's
to.
why you're so on it. Like you're like, no.
Well, the thing
Yeah,
is,
pull up Carrot Top.
the thing is, man, you're supposed to like put minoxidil or whatever it is, Rogaine, the Joe Rogaine show. Fucking hell.
He looks like Chucky.
Jesus Christ. He looks like Mick Hucknall if Mick Hucknall was a woman.
Mad.
Or like a female
Look how
powerlifter.
smooth the forehead is. That's
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah.
And
That's crazy.
Carrot Top made loads of money. He was doing like a Las Vegas residency.
Yeah.
Yeah. What
Even
were
though
you
it's
saying?
shit, all he does is like get props out of a
Props,
fucking.
yeah.
If you saw that at the Fringe, you'd think this is just some open mic nonsense. He gets props out of a box and he's all like, "Oh, this is."
Well, it can't be that shit, surely.
That is pretty. I've watched. I mean, fair enough. That's that type of comedy. I'm
Okay,
sure it's
Pan
pretty
Man.
good for that kid. All right. Got me.
Oh, that is.
That's
that
a
was-
fatality.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Finish him.
I'm now going to have to go and live in the sea.
And if you were Carrot Top, you pull out a giant C. No,
I
but-
remember watching Darren Walsh at a gig in Brixton. And the black guys in there could not understand what was going on. they literally like we had some like proper some black gangsters from Brixton watching
They went into the pub.
Darren, and they could not understand the puns and what was going on. And he starts clucking a tune. He had a chicken suit. And these gangsters were like puzzled, mate. These were like looking at each other like, what the fuck is going on? It was hilarious.
Yeah, he used to do that. He'd cluck the theme tune to Jurassic Park for some reason.
Yeah.
And then he'd cluck and he'd meow and he'd be like, "Is she chicken meow? Is she chicken meow?" Yeah.
Wow.
I did a show with him, two-hander, improvised puns. It's good fun.
Who has the most pun championships? You or him?
We've got one each.
One each.
Yeah. But Darren won the first ever one, and he came back the next year, and he looked like he was going to win it the second year, and I beat him.
And you're proud.
I seized his title. Oh man, we went rogue in the final.
Oh really?
It was electric. We're just going like we're because we did that show. We're improvising, so you're supposed to just have like 3 puns each or something. But we were just like it was like 8 Mile, but with with autistic men.
It's like when they have DJs doing back to back.
Yeah. A pun clash.
Yeah.
The pun for pun champion.
Yeah.
The pun for pun champion.
Oh man, that was be hilarious.
Is there video evidence of this?
Yeah, it must be somewhere.
Oh man, that'd be hilarious.
Is this the first ever one or the second?
That was the second.
They should turn that into like a spoof documentary. like sort of like 8 Mile type stuff.
Yeah.
Should we watch some of the
See you guys
2022 ones?
Oh, is this the pun championship?
This is this year's.
Oh, they do it in a boxing ring.
Oh man, this is sad.
Oh man, you know the saddest thing?
Everything to me because I sold
Yeah,
Tony Cowards. Oh, this is just an advert. We're not going to see any puns. But the saddest thing on when I did it with Darren, and I think it was the year I won. It was maybe the year after that Masai won. But Masai just won Joke of the Fringe.
won
by
Joke
the
of the
way.
Fringe.
Yeah. Masai's great.
What's it
Actually,
called?
Masai might have won UK Pun Champion twice. But anyway, man, fucking Tony Cowards, because you know Tony Cowards just does puns anyway.
Yeah.
He turned up dressed as a nun, and it was just the most like it felt personally demeaning. All right, I dressed as Pun Man. Darren dresses as a chicken suit, but there's just something.
We have
bad
none
about
of it.
All right, Moochie.
It's a bad habit.
Hey.
Jesus.
It wasn't very conventional.
It was a cloister fuck. What other puns can we do?
What from
You got to make the monaster of it.
What? What?
You were quite priest with that one.
All right.
This looks good, man. This is
The promo looks good.
yeah. That's a valid point.
Oh yeah, Rob Thomas won it one year. He's on the right. He's a nice guy.
20 categories.
Comedian.
Only one will be crowned the UK Pun
Frizz
champion.
Frizzle,
Frizzle, that's
Frizz
it,
Frizzle,
thank
man! I got to tell you, Frizz Frizzle got done for he was nicking stuff out of green rooms.
Oh yeah,
He
that
would
was
have got
it.
done for nicking
That
stuff
was
out of
in
green
our
rooms.
podcast like 20 episodes ago.
But this is from 2022.
Isn't that the
So
guy
he's
that
still about.
Yeah, he's still about. He's still
Okay.
performing. Everybody seems to have forgotten. Just make sure your phone's in your pocket. Take it on stage with you.
Janine Eunice?
I can't
Ladies and
believe
gentlemen,
there was
bring
a
up our
crowd there.
It's not a crowd. Look at that.
Oh man,
That's a lot of people.
I can't believe that.
no man. When I
Turn
did
up
it,
to that.
Do you reckon they've done this just before a boxing match and they just kind of just
there's a lot of confused boxing fans.
I don't think the Venn diagram intersects.
Yeah, no.
But yeah, when I did it, it was a Handsome Hall in Leicester. It was big event.
Jeez, man.
It's good fun.
Two contestants for round one. But before we do that,
That's Jason-
we need to
Jason
have
Byrne,
Louis
is it?
to run around with round one. Louis, this is going to be round one. So here he comes. Give him a round of applause.
Well, I was tasked with repairing a train. Unfortunately, it seems that I bit off more than I could choo-choo.
Ooh!
I can't watch any more of that. That's it. That's it. I hope that takes us. I hope we get taken down off YouTube for that.
How could you watch that and then, you know?
How is there this much money in puns? Who is paying for this? People have bought tickets. That is a big production.
What's
It's a fun night
the
out.
prize money? What's the prize money?
Oh man, I don't think I won anything.
You should check it
Oh,
out.
maybe I did. Did I win some? No, I think I just got a trophy. I got a chicken and a trophy or something.
What, an actual chicken?
A rubber chicken.
Oh, rubber chicken.
Rubber chicken.
But there must be some. It's part of the Leicester Comedy Festival.
I don't think I got any money. I can't remember.
That's awful.
That's exploitation in the industry.
Yeah. What did you enjoy? Did you see anything decent up in Edinburgh when you were up there?
I didn't really go and watch anything. I had too many shows to do, so I was on the Trigonometry show. But I was on Hayton Live. That was fun.
Yeah.
And I did spots and other shows. But man, it felt really dead. They've announced apparently ticket sales are down 25% on 2019, but some promoters are saying it's actually closer to 35%. I think one of the big promoters, Mick Perrin, they're not gonna. They're talking about not even doing Edinburgh again because they lost. They're not making the money that they would have lost, because obviously it's quite a marginal industry, and then if you're the fucking
35%
income goes
yeah.
down like you're a third, then that's a huge whack off it.
It's kind of interesting because I've heard lots of good stories from the Fringe, but I think it's
people
kind
lying on social
maybe.
media.
No, but also I think it's kind of more the free Fringe. People who go to places like Monkey Barrel or PBH or Love.
Monkey Barrel had an amazing
lineup.
Fringe, great lineups. They got so many nominations. So many of their comedians were nominated, and the free Fringe is great. I mean, Darius would have made really good money. For like once a year he makes good money at the Fringe, because does the free Fringe, so runs Hating Live, gets some money for that, runs his own show, gets some money for that, and you can work up your material for a really good show. But I think the old Fringe model is dying. Also the SNP are killing the Fringe. I think it's a deliberate
Is this with
thing.
the strip clubs shutting down?
Strip clubs are shut down. They're killing all sorts of entertainment because they're an autocratic. It's like North Korea. There's no strip clubs in North Korea, no comedy clubs either. So the SNP don't want the Fringe because it's English. It's English people coming up to Edinburgh, which is the most English place in Scotland.
I thought it was 60% Scottish people there, though.
Yeah, but the comedians.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, so many of the performers are English, so the whole place just turns into like posh part of England.
Yeah.
And so they don't want it. So what the SNP have done is they've restricted the amount of accommodation by loads. So you don't have the volume of audiences going to Edinburgh. How did they restrict the accommodation? So they changed the rules. So it used to be that student accommodation could be rented out during August by student landlords, and they'd just go home or have the summer or whatever. Yeah. And that would subsidise, students were happy because it subsidised their money. Landlords were happy because they got extra money, and the Fringe was happy because they had lots of accommodation for performers and for audience. And so the SNP stopped that, so that immediately takes out loads and loads and loads of accommodation, but they're restricting it further. So if you want to have an Airbnb in Edinburgh next year, you're going to have to apply for planning permission just to let out a room in an Airbnb. And there's probably going to be, taxes on it and stuff. So the SNP are just trying to stifle it because they don't want creative expression, because creative expression is dangerous to governments, especially like autocratic ones like the SNP. And also they don't want it because it's English. The SNP are killing the Fringe deliberately.
Okay, well, this is going to definitely take us
The
off.
paedophile as a human being. An autoethnography for the recognition of a marginalised sexual orientation? What the fuck?
Finally.
Researcher admits to being a paedophile.
Wow.
What were the first clues he was a paedophile? Well, he admitted it.
Researcher admits to being a paedophile in bizarre academic paper where he urges society to be more tolerant to people attracted to children.
Yeah, obviously a paedophile's going to say that.
Yeah. Society should stop stigmatizing paedophiles, an academic has argued in a paper. The unnamed researcher detailed their experience of being attracted to minors. It follows controversy on a paper detailing masturbating to drawings of children. A researcher... Well, look, if you don't do anything about it, that's fine. Because that's what you got to ask, really, surely, isn't it?
I mean, it's definitely better than doing
wrong.
something, but
it's wrong, but it's kind of like, if you think about murdering someone, but you don't do it, that's fine.
Yeah, but I just think if somebody's attracted to children, then there's a chance at some point they're going to do it.
Well, if someone's really wants to kill someone, doesn't mean there's also a chance they're going to do it. But if they don't, then they're fine.
No, I think if they conspire or they plot to kill someone, then they're like...
Yeah, but I think, yeah, but it's kind of if you plot to...
Because what...
If you fantasize about murdering someone and never murder someone, you're not guilty of murder.
Because in law, there's mens rea and Chris rea or whatever. I can't remember what it... Mens culpa. So in law, there's the intent, the thought and the intent, and there's also the act. And so, I think the intent, although I guess it's not like intent. Maybe there's a third thing where you sort of, you want to do it, but you're not planning to do it, which what this nonce is.
It goes. It's quite graphic. he's sort of like, he talks about when he was first attracted to children when he was 17, living in Belgium.
Jesus.
Yeah.
What, have they got incredibly attractive children there or something?
Maybe. I don't know.
Oh, what the fuck?
What?
Oh, what the fuck? During gym classes.
Yeah. That's the bit I was at.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Read it?
No, because somebody will clip it out and.
Well, we just won't have you on it.
I'll do a different voice so like nobody
Do
can
that.
clip it.
During gym class, I enjoyed...
During gym classes, my name's Darius Davies. During gym classes, I enjoyed the smooth calves of the second year boys.
Jesus.
That's fucked up.
Bit weird.
When he was 19, he joined a summer youth club and began to develop a relationship with young boys. Nah.
Nah.
Yeah, that's too far, mate.
Nah.
Brave of him to sort of come out. Or stupid.
Yeah, but he's only doing it because we live in a society where sort of paedophilia is getting normalized, and all the sort of children are being treated as adults. Oh, you can consent to a hysterectomy at age like 14 or whatever. It's like, man, it's
a bit bonkers.
It's bonkers.
A little bit bonkers.
It's a big bit bonkers.
It's a big bit bonkers.
There's also the pedophile hunter in America caught this trans pedo, and the police let the trans pedo go. There's a video of it. I posted a video.
Let my pedo go. Where did you post it?
Posted it in the WhatsApp. There's if you go up, so I say, well, see what it says. More on the pedo hunter. See that message?
Oh, you posted quite a bit.
Yeah, but there's the full video, but it's kind of boring.
Here's the pedo hunter, or more. Do you want the more on one?
Here's the pedo hunter is the full video of the pedo hunter hunting the pedo.
Good here.
Stalking.
Yep.
So basically, this pedo had been talking with what he or she thought was a 9-year-old child, and the 9-year-old child. So the pedo hunter expressed an interest in also abusing a 1-year-old to the 9-year-old. So that's like. It's like a sort of Inception level pedo. So this is them being confronted. And the police turn up.
I understand you're caught. I understand the nervousness with cameras in your face, okay?
I just want you to leave me alone.
Well, look. When stuff is said like... When stuff is said the 1-year-old
can learn
how to get touched.
It's a trans woman. Yes, it's a real woman.
Oh, okay.
The 1-year-old can do things that needs to be addressed.
Leave me alone.
And we also have you sending child to little kids.
Leave me alone.
I mean,
Leave me alone. Leave me alone.
well, if you want to call anybody, that's on you, okay? But all I want to do is have a conversation.
Have you seen the ones where there's some pedo hunters where they go, I'm not gonna do anything if you call your mum up and tell her.
Really?
Yeah, and he gets them to call their mums up and tells them, and then he reports them anyway. It's really bad bullying, but like it's kind of like
well, they were going to find out. Anyway.
Yeah, that's kind of it, isn't it?
But yeah, so the police turn up for this.
Oh, these are some of the printouts here. These aren't all the printouts, but I can show you this right here, which. And
so the police just let them go because the police said that the pedo hunter had misgendered because it's a transgender woman or whatever. So they said the pedo hunter had misgendered, and obviously misgendering is considered a worse crime now than being a fucking nonce.
That is insane.
Yeah, it's the end times.
Well, look.
Did you see that there was a clip posted recently on Twitter with this guy who had molested a 12-year-old, and the dad
12-year-old human.
Yeah,
because a 12-year-old dog, that would actually be like
that's fine.
That's like a pensioner.
Yeah,
that's like molesting a pensioner.
And dad shot him on the way to court.
Right, that's old. That's that's old.
And he got off. So like how times have changed.
Yeah.
When was this?
That was
This in the 70s.
70s or
It's
early
karate
80s.
when we had common sense.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And everyone was saying, like, today that dad would be life behind
Oh
bars.
man,
and
totally. He'd be paying compensation to the pedophile.
Yeah.
Like pedophile,
Then common sense reigned
his son
in
would
the
be
80s.
forced to transition for the pedophile's
Yeah,
pleasure.
yeah.
You know what I mean?
Jeez.
Oh.
The following content has been identified by the YouTube community as inappropriate and offensive to some audiences. What is it?
Doucette, a karate instructor, had abducted 11-year-old
Yeah,
Jody
that's it.
O'Shea several weeks earlier and taken him to California. When Jody was rescued and returned to his family, his father Gary was coping with reports that Doucette had sexually assaulted his son.
We didn't know what to do. You just feel helpless.
10 days later, when the
That's
police
it.
flew Doucette back to face trial, Gary Plauché was waiting with a gun.
As the suspect came through the airport, I
Pretends to
readied
be on
my
the phone.
camera, raised it up to get a close-up shot of him. As I got a close-up shot and as he got parallel to me,
Whoa.
Gary Plauché shoots and kills him.
So he's in a telephone booth.
Yeah.
Nice.
Why, Gary? I'll tell you why.
Gary, why? And to this day, it stands out in my mind. The shooter, Gary Plauché, says, if it had been your child, you would have done the same thing.
Yeah, exactly.
Today, Abram McGull is an assistant U.S. attorney and views that tape through the eyes of a federal prosecutor.
I would have to say the videotape was the most ideal witness in this case. You can actually see him take the gun out of his boot, pull it up to the shoulder level
Amazing.
of Jeff Doucette, and pull the trigger.
Oh, is it a rifle?
I think it's just a handgun, but he's lucky. He's lucky he didn't get anybody else.
Yeah.
Yet Plauché, after pleading no contest to manslaughter, got off with only 5 years probation.
Nice. Nice. That's justice.
Yeah, back in the day,
Sweet
sensible.
justice. Yeah. But any jail time, man, if somebody had abused your kid and you killed them, any jail time would be the sweetest jail time. No shame in that.
Right, ladies and gentlemen, I think we're going to have to wrap
Oh yeah,
up
but
there.
just before we do, I just wanted to say because like a friend of the pod, Lenny Sherman, he was in jail for like just fun stuff, football hooliganism or whatever. But he said that the so there's pedophiles and stuff in the prison, but they had their own floor.
Yeah,
they're kept completely separate.
Yeah.
And they were so safe because in the old days, like pedophiles and stuff would be like beaten up in
pop.
jail.
Yeah.
And or get like boiled sugar water chucked over their head. That was in the days when people could afford sugar. But like now they're kept so safe. They were shouting down taunts at the other prisoners because they knew they were so safe. And so fucking prison's not even punishment
world is
for them.
upside down now.
Yeah.
The world is upside down. We should get Lenny on the pod.
He'd be great, man.
Yeah.
Lenny's a funny guy, man.
Yeah.
He's a lovely guy.
Yeah.
Big up, Lenny.
Yeah.
Lenny's great. Lenny goes to, well, I go to Lenny's martial arts class.
Right.
He's not the sensei, but yeah. It's because of Lenny that martial arts now.
Because of Lenny that you do it.
Yeah.
Right.
I saw it on Lenny's page. I was like, I always wanted to do it, and then I saw Lenny doing it, and I was like, fuck, let me check out that gym.
Maybe I'll
So
do
we
it.
go to
How
the
much
same
is it a month?
I think like 90.
Right.
That's all right for some martial arts gyms.
How many
Sometimes they're
times a
crazy.
week do you go?
I haven't been in a while, but you're supposed to go.
That's why he's converting to Islam. So
Yeah.
Get that discipline.
Man. But you're going to get down the mosque 5 times a day, right?
But nah, you're supposed to go like 3 times a week, but
Right.
I haven't gone in a while. But yeah, nah, it's a good gym.
Cool.
Shout out KO Combat.
Cool. All right.
All right, guys.
And goodbye to you.
Get out there and exercise, people.
yeah.
Run on the treadmill.
Yeah. Make the use of that £90 a month.
Are we going all David Goggins now? Just like get out and exercise and don't touch kids.
Who's gonna carry the boats and the logs?
All right.
All right, guys.
Bye.
Bird Gang, born to fly. Believe in
Sign up
yourself.
to the Patreon.
Sign up to the Patreon. Like, subscribe.
Oh, you know what? Somebody cancelled my Patreon to sign up to it.
We got to do a live one. Everybody asking for a live
Let's do it.
speech. We're gonna do
let's
one.
get a date.
And we're gonna hand out gas bombs as you come in. Gas bombs, and then we're gonna
have a gas cannon firing them into the crowd.
That would be amazing.
And then we're gonna burn a pair of Air Force Ones.
We have to do the gas bomb out of the Air Force Ones.
Yeah.
Well, let's do it. Let's set a date. Let's do something October, November or something.
Yeah. So if you're interested in that, drop a comment and tell us you want to, be there.
Also, we're giving away special prize from Todd Sharpville, renowned blues musician, a signed album.
Yep.
Signed by him.
Blues is black man's music though, so I'm not sure about this.
Yeah.
That's appropriation.
But yet when they came
also rain.
When they came when they came over to the UK,
Exactly.
they I guess there weren't enough black musicians, so Todd used to put together the backing bands for the big blues musicians like B.B. King and people like that.
And Muddy Waters.
Muddy Waters, all the big ones.
All right.
Pavarotti.